Hey everybody, today I have a really exciting super tutorial to upload, and I am really pumped for this one. I know I have the Butterqup super tutorial to upload, but trust me, this one's a lot more interesting. This is one of the hardest super tutorials to pull off in a game, I'd say, and it's also one of the more fun ones, maybe I would, my opinion anyway. Mainly because since it's the island super tutorial on Terminal Moraine, you're basically fighting off two armies with just one. And these guys actually do the right thing in a super tutorial and spam banshees and everything. So it's really interesting. It's definitely going to be good. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I left the first 2 or 3 minutes in just to kind of show you guys maybe the initial build order. And also to talk about some things you could do. And I also want to talk about one thing. About how I do praise on Anders a lot, and I brag and say that she's the best. But the reason why I say that is because Anders is a hell of a lot better than Cutter in a super tutorial. I'm going to tell you why again. The whole strategy here with Anders and Brute is to stun the units before they can attack you. And what's better, being able to mag blast a unit and kill it within 2 seconds, or being able to freeze every unit and having at least 30 to 45 seconds of stunning them and freezing them and hammering them down to attack. Basically, you're getting a whole bunch of hits in before they can even do anything. And to me, I think that's just much better than a stupid mag blast. Dropping ODSTs. Ooh, I don't know. That's just me. I don't want to step on any Cutter fanboys. Those pride or whatever. So anyway. Take it as it is. But this is a pretty fun super tutorial, nonetheless, whatever character you're using. So, anyway, I did try and sneak this Moraine around that Prophet, which I got really lucky on. It's because Butterqup was rushing his base. And by the way, in this map, do not be afraid to rush and go Banshees. When you're super tutorialing, obviously you should do that even if you're not super tutorialing. But if you're super tutorialing on this map, I actually recommend rushing. Just to kind of keep them slowed down as much as possible, because you need time to set this up. It is not an easy thing to set up. It's not like other super tutorials where you can leave your units. You could kind of go back to your base and defend a little bit. And this one, if you're under attack, your base is under attack, there is no way you're defending it. I mean, you could send your tanks back, maybe a chieftain, but you're not going to be able to hold off an entire army. So that's kind of the point, and the whole idea here is to never put any reactors on. Yeah, and before I get into that, look what I just did. Yeah, I know it was pretty stupid. Trust me, I was shaking my head a lot. I thought the fog of war would stay there just for a second longer, but I'm an idiot. So, I thought I'd leave that in there because it was hilarious. But, like I was saying, you don't want to leave anything more than a reactor on your main base. You really don't want to have even a vehicle depot, in my opinion. You really want to have your vehicle depot and a barracks on that side, and then get the base and then build over there. And then you also want to put a vehicle depot on the other side. I did try to hit my Warthog over there before the Prophet noticed what I did, but the Prophet is a greedy troll, and he would not miss out on an opportunity like that. So anyway, another thing is, do not advance a reactor. I was considering doing there, but I stopped. Had to stop myself. Stop the temptation. Another thing too is I was considering maybe building more tanks, but I thought, nah, I'm only going to build 2 anyway. There's no point in building 3 because Butterqup has the Banshees to, harass them. There's no reason for me to build more tanks. If anything, it's okay. I have to keep telling myself that it's okay to let money build up, even though I have a bunch. Because I feel like if you have anything over 1,000 while you're setting up, you're doing something wrong. Because you need to be using that money to build something. But in this case, it's kind of okay because, you don't want to spend any money on your main base. That's the only thing I had an option for. So anyway, I am just going to go ahead and skip forward a little bit here pretty soon. You really want to get control of that base as soon as possible. This wasn't the ideal build here, but hopefully you guys get an idea of kind of how to do this in case you haven't, because I am going to release a video pretty here soon of a few build orders that can go from try hard to whatever. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, and I'm going to skip forward here. Alright, so this is going to be... yeah, this is skipped. Okay, so this is going to be a little further. Buttercup's going to go ahead and sacrifice this thing so I can get a vehicle depot coming up over there, which is very important. Ideally you also want to have cobras popping out of that one. I didn't get to do that because, you know, what the situation was, how the situation was. But yeah, you want Vehicle Deep over there. Produce Vulcan on the Covenant side first. Because let me just say that the Covenant needs defense. You know, they only have vampires, engineers, and a brute chieftain. They need more. If, you know, 2 full pops come over there, you know, the Vulcan will definitely help out a lot. So you definitely want to set that up there. And as you can see, Butterqup is putting pressure as we are setting up, which is a great idea. I'm going to sacrifice this Moraine for some population. And as you can see, we're kind of relieved that he had a full pop of fully upgraded grunts. Those are good, I guess, against air, not really. But, you know, if they fought directly, they would win. But I don't know, we were just glad that they didn't have, like, you know, all Banshees or something like that, because that would have really fucked us up. So we got lucky there, but they do actually decide to do some really good things. And I think that's what made the Super Trail so awesome, is because they actually did the Banshee spam and all this stuff. And they actually did they got every attack, they actually got a lot smarter. So, yeah, and as far as placement goes, you want to keep the Vulcan on the right side of your base, basically right next to the vehicle depot on the expansions, or the little slots. That way you can produce a Cobra whenever you lose one out of your Vulcan, just set up right next to it, you know, as soon as possible. I do decide to bring my tanks back to kind of hold off as much as I can and also get some veterancy. Really, I didn't care about Buttercup's face. I just want to get veterancy, to tell you the truth. I'm just fucking... So, as you can see, I am just kind of, you know, building gremlins, building up, and also trying to set up a Vulcan and defend his base at the same time. There's a lot to do, and if in a Super Turtle, it's not as easy thing. It's really, even though it is sitting back, there are a lot of things you do. You know, you get a micro and all these things, set up a Vulcan. But pretty much after you set up everything, you're chilling. But anyway, another thing too is you want to go ahead and set up the Vulcan on the Covenant side first, because they need the defense more than you do. You have tanks and you can set up things a lot easier. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and this is just going to be the setting up video, like I said. And part 2 is going to have the first wave of the Horde. So I hope you guys enjoy, and look forward to that video. It's going to be coming out really soon. Alright, goodbye.